We're at the Electrify America DC Fast Chargers in Knoxville, Tennessee, to take a look at what it's like to charge a Nissan Leaf at a DC fast charger. This is the station with both a CCS and a CHAdeMO connector. You can see by the decals that the CCS will charge up to 150 kilowatts. CHAdeMO will charge at up to 50 kilowatts. So at this station, the CCS connector is much faster than the CHAdeMO. You can also see that there's instructions on screen and a place to use your credit card to pay for charging.
This is a 2018 Nissan Leaf. I've had it for a little less than 2.5 years. I've got about 14,000 miles on it. Really enjoy the car. It's got a 150-mile range, and I have achieved that without driving excessively conservative. But with moderate driving, you can achieve that. It's very peppy without being dangerously peppy. It's still quick enough to probably get me in trouble, but I haven't yet.
The needle on the left shows your energy consumption. If it deflects to the left, downward, it's showing the regenerative braking, which is energy going back into the battery, and it's energy being used if it deflects upward and to the right. And this shows you that I'm getting 4 miles per kilowatt hour, and that's not just a speedometer on the right. The indicator at the bottom shows what percentage charge I have left. In this car, 1% equals about 1.5 miles. And it predicts how many miles are left in the pack, and it shows, and I like to reset the counter so I can compare that to miles actually run on this charge. The prediction is a little bit optimistic. It means you'd have to drive very conservatively. But the car is advertised at 150-mile range, and I have gotten 150 miles on a full charge. And that was driving moderately, but not excessively conservative. Okay, and then we push this fuel button, and it opens the latch and gets the car ready to receive a charge.
We're good.
Okay, I'm plugged in. It's telling me to pay by credit card. Payment authorized. I'm guessing that means remove the card. Charging me 21 cents a minute. Now it's showing me that I'm at 6 to 7% charge, and that's consistent with what the car was telling me. And it says I'll be at 80% charge in 16 minutes. But I'm showing 70%, and the fueling column is also showing me 70% charge. There's basically 4 levels of control over how fast you're using up your charge. You have, right now it's set in eco mode, which is a simple push button. Can you get that? And that takes it out of eco mode, and that puts it back in. That won't keep you from accelerating, but you have to push the pedal a little harder for it to happen. Right next to that, you have an e-pedal control, which is one pedal driving. If I put it in E-pedal mode, you get a blue indicator on the dashboard, and that aggressively applies regenerative power that will actually bring you at a, instead of a gradual coast, it won't hard brake, but it will decelerate much more rapidly than coasting, and it will bring you to a full stop, and it will hold you at a stop. So if you're already at a stop and you put it in that mode, you will stay stopped. And so it's an aggressive form of regen. The other control is more traditional. You often see it in hybrid cars. If I put it, because I'm charging, it won't let me put it in drive. But if I hit it, try to send the car into drive, the first time I'll get a D indication that I'm in the drive mode. And the car is at its peppiest when I'm in drive mode with no eco, no e-pedal. But if I put it in drive a second time, I'll get a B mode. And that's the part that's similar to a hybrid. And that, I guess the B stands for braking. It gives you more regenerative power, and it will slow the car more rapidly than a coast, but not as aggressively as the e-pedal mode. And those are the 4 levels. So you have, call it sport mode is the plain mode, and then you have the eco mode, you have the B mode, and you have the e-pedal mode in terms of how aggressively you use regenerative power. So it's not the same as a paddle like a Chevy Bolt, but it's still a fair amount of control. I'm quite comfortable with that, and I like it.